Hey, it's Mike from Savvy Nomad. In today's video, we're going to talk about what you should do if you lose your job while living as an expat or nomad overseas. Over the last 2 years, layoffs have hit remote workers especially hard, and that doesn't seem to be slowing down. In 2025, over 160,000 jobs were cut in the tech sector alone, and stats show that fully remote workers are 35% more likely to be laid off than their office-based colleagues. So in this video, we're going to walk through accessing US unemployment benefits while overseas and how getting laid off can affect things like visas and taxes as an expat. Let's dive in. So you got laid off. First things first, take a deep breath and assess the situation. Losing a job while abroad can feel twice as stressful because your income, your visa, sometimes even your housing are all tied to your employer. Check your visa status immediately. In many countries, if your visa is employer sponsored, you might have only 30 to 60 days to find a new sponsor or to switch to another type of visa based on self-employment or even tourism, depending on where you are. Now let's talk about unemployment benefits. Can you still claim those while you're living abroad? The short answer is technically no if you're going by the book, but the exact details depend on your particular state. Unemployment insurance in the US is a joint federal and state program, which means every state gets to set its own eligibility rules and filing requirements. Usually, you have to apply through the state where your employer paid unemployment taxes. Most of the time, that's the state where you hold residency, but not always, so make sure you check. The problem for expats is that every state requires claimants to be, quote, able and available for suitable work and actively looking for a job. If you're living overseas, most states interpret that to mean that you're not part of the local labor market and that you are therefore not eligible for unemployment. Even if you're applying for fully remote jobs with US employers, many unemployment systems haven't caught up to that reality. They assume that being abroad means that you can't show up for a job interview or you can't start a job quickly, and therefore you fail the availability test. Take Massachusetts as an example. The state's Department of Unemployment Assistance makes it very clear. You can't collect unemployment benefits while outside the United States, even if you're looking remotely for work or you're only traveling temporarily. They explicitly say that anyone traveling beyond those regions is automatically ineligible for benefits for those weeks. New York takes a similar approach but phrases it differently. According to New York's unemployment manual, anyone leaving the country is considered unavailable for work because they can't physically accept employment in New York State. Now, Washington State is a little bit more open-ended. Its unemployment office says that you could still qualify for unemployment benefits even if you've moved out of the country, but you need to either be legally authorized to work in your host country or available for work immediately in the United States. In Florida and some other states, the guidance from the unemployment department contains similar language. You need to be open to working in the United States physically, or at the very least, say that you're open to it. Even then, many expats still run into difficulty collecting unemployment benefits. So, bottom line here, you're going to need to contact your state's unemployment office and confirm the rules with them directly. Now, let's say you just ignore all the rules and decide to apply for unemployment benefits anyway. A lot of states block foreign IP addresses on their unemployment portals, or they could detect that you're logging in from overseas and make you go through additional verification steps. Now, disclaimer, we're certainly not advising anyone to break the rules or to commit unemployment fraud, but theoretically, one could use a VPN to bypass those restrictions. Note that if you do get caught collecting unemployment benefits when you're not allowed to, the state could make you repay those benefits plus interest. So you want to be very careful. Another hurdle to be aware of is the US address requirement. Most states require a valid US mailing address and contact number to receive documents or confirm identity. Now, as luck would have it, that's a service that we provide here at Savvy Nomad. For an affordable monthly rate, we can get you a valid residential address in Florida that you can use for tax and legal purposes. So check that out. Link is in the video description. And if you decide to sign up, make sure you use the code YouTube for a special discount. If you're new to the channel, we have a lot of content about state domicile issues. So whether you do it on your own or you do it with us, it's really important to get your US address sorted out as an expat or nomad. One last layoff-related issue that we need to talk about is taxes. When you're laid off, the type of income that you receive matters. Remember that the foreign earned income exclusion only applies to income earned from work performed abroad. Now, severance pay might qualify if it's directly tied to services performed while you were overseas, but unemployment benefits usually do not qualify. They're considered US-sourced income and therefore fully taxable by the US. So while getting laid off definitely isn't fun, it's not the end of the world, and every expat should take steps to prepare just in case it does happen. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're always putting out new tax tips, financial strategies geared toward digital nomads and expats living overseas. Don't forget to subscribe to our weekly newsletter, Americans Abroad. Until next video, safe travels and happy tax planning.